It's 3 inches the morning. Your eyes open, and you are wide awake. You don't know why. You weren't having a nightmare. You didn't need the bathroom. You just woke up. And now you're lying there staring at the ceiling, wondering if something is wrong with you. Here's the truth. This is one of the most common sleep problems for people over 60. And almost nobody talks about what's actually causing it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why it keeps happening and exactly what to do to stop it. Welcome back to Still Young After 60, the channel where we help you live stronger, sleep better, and feel your very best in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Today we are diving deep into something that affects millions of older adults every single night: waking up at 3 a.m. and not being able to fall back asleep. If that sounds familiar, you are absolutely not alone, and more importantly, you are not stuck with it. We are going to walk through 7 reasons this keeps happening after 60, and for every single one, I'm going to give you a simple, practical fix you can start using tonight. Let's get into it. Here's something most doctors don't explain. The way you sleep at 65 is biologically different from the way you slept at 35. And that difference is the foundation of almost everything else on this list. Sleep happens in cycles: light sleep, deep sleep, and dream sleep. When we're younger, we get long, deep stretches of restorative sleep early in the night. But after 60, those deep sleep phases get shorter and lighter. By 3 a.m., you've already moved through your deepest sleep, and your body is now cycling through much lighter stages, which means the tiniest thing can wake you up. Here's a surprising fact. Research shows that by age 60, the amount of slow-wave deep sleep we get each night can drop by up to 70% compared to our 20s. 70%. That's not a small change, that's a total shift in how your body rests. The fix? Stop fighting it. Your sleep pattern has changed, and the worst thing you can do is lie in bed anxious about being awake, because that anxiety makes it worse. Instead, keep a consistent bedtime and wake time every single day, including weekends. That consistency trains your internal clock and helps anchor your light sleep cycles so they're less disruptive. Cortisol is your body's natural wake-up hormone. In a healthy cycle, cortisol levels start rising slowly in the early morning hours to help you wake up feeling alert. But after 60, that cortisol surge can start happening earlier than it should sometimes, as early as 2 or 3 inches the morning. When that surge hits, your body thinks it's time to wake up. This shift is connected to something called circadian rhythm changes, basically. Your internal body clock drifts forward as you age, so your biological morning starts earlier, even when your actual morning doesn't. The fix is twofold. First, get bright natural light into your eyes within 30 minutes of waking up every morning. Sunlight is the most powerful signal you can give your body clock to stay on schedule. Even on cloudy days, open the curtains and step outside for a few minutes. Second, avoid bright overhead lights and screens for the last hour before bed. That blue light from your phone or TV mimics daylight and can push your cortisol timing even earlier. This one surprises a lot of people. When your blood sugar drops too low during the night, your body releases adrenaline and cortisol to correct it, and that rush of stress hormones jolts you awake. This is especially common if you're eating dinner early, skipping evening snacks, or eating a lot of refined carbs that cause blood sugar to spike and then crash while you sleep. Studies suggest that blood sugar instability during sleep is far more common in adults over 60 than most people realize, even in people who don't have diabetes. And it often goes completely unnoticed because people blame the waking on stress or the bathroom rather than blood sugar. The fix is straightforward. Have a small, protein-based snack about an hour before bed. Something simple: a small handful of nuts, a piece of cheese, or a tablespoon of almond butter. Protein helps keep blood sugar stable through the night without spiking insulin. Avoid anything sugary, starchy, or processed close to bedtime. Many people over 60 wake up at 3 a.m. and assume they need the bathroom, and so they get up. But here's what's fascinating. Often the bladder isn't actually full. What happened is that you woke up first and then noticed a mild bladder sensation that your half-asleep brain amplified into urgency. You didn't wake up because of your bladder. Your bladder woke up because you did. That said, a condition called nocturia, genuinely needing to urinate multiple times a night, affects nearly 70% of adults over 70. And it is a real, treatable issue. If you are getting up 2, 3, or 4 times a night to use the bathroom, that's worth bringing up with your doctor. The fix: stop drinking fluids 2 hours before bed. Not because you shouldn't stay hydrated, you absolutely should, but front-load your fluids earlier in the day. Also, elevating your legs for 30 minutes in the evening can help your body reabsorb fluid that pools in your legs during the day, reducing the amount your kidneys need to process overnight. This one is so simple and so overlooked. Your core body temperature has to drop slightly for you to stay in deep sleep. If your bedroom is too warm, your body can't complete that natural cooling process, and you pop out of deep sleep right around that 3 a.m. window. After 60, your body's ability to regulate temperature during sleep becomes less efficient. Hot flashes in women and general temperature sensitivity in men can make this even more pronounced. Even a bedroom that feels comfortable when you're awake can be too warm once you're under the covers for several hours. The ideal sleep temperature, according to sleep researchers, is between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If you sleep with a partner and can't agree on the thermostat, try a cooling mattress pad on your side, or use lighter, breathable bedding. Moisture-wicking sheets made from bamboo or linen can make a significant difference. Here's where it gets really important. For a lot of people, over 63 a.m. waking has a very specific emotional pattern. You wake up, and within minutes, your brain is spinning, replaying a conversation, worrying about your health, thinking about finances, running through your to-do list. It feels like your brain just will not shut off. There's actually a biological reason this happens at 3 a.m. specifically. At that hour, your brain's prefrontal cortex, the part that handles rational thinking and perspective, is still in a low-activity state. But your amygdala, the emotional, threat-detecting part, is already coming back online. So your brain is in a state where fear and worry are active, but calm reasoning is not yet fully available. That is why 3 a.m. problems always feel bigger than they do at noon. The fix is a technique called worry journaling. Keep a small notepad by your bed. When you wake up with a spinning mind, sit up and write down every worry, every task, every thought that's circling. Don't try to solve them, just get them out of your head and onto the paper. Research shows this simple act significantly reduces middle-of-the-night anxiety because your brain stops feeling like it has to keep holding on to everything. Once it's written down, your brain can let it go. This is the one that could genuinely change your life and your health if you've never considered it. Sleep apnea is a condition where your airway partially or fully closes during sleep, causing you to briefly stop breathing. Your brain jolts you awake just enough to restart breathing, and then you fall right back asleep, often without any memory of waking up. But the damage accumulates, and one of the most common times these episodes happen, right around 3 a.m., when your sleep is lightest. Here is the alarming part. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine estimates that over 30% of adults over 65 have some degree of sleep apnea, and the majority of them are completely undiagnosed. Untreated sleep apnea is linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, memory problems, and increased stroke risk. Signs to watch for: waking up with headaches, feeling exhausted even after a full night in bed, your partner telling you that you snore or gasp, or waking up with a very dry mouth. If any of those ring true, please make an appointment with your doctor and ask about a sleep study. It's painless, it's often covered by insurance, and if you do have sleep apnea, treatment can transform your sleep and protect your heart. So there you have it. 7 real reasons why you're waking up at 3 a.m. after 60, and 7 practical things you can start doing about it starting tonight. Whether it's stabilizing your blood sugar with a small evening snack, cooling down your bedroom, doing a worry journal, or finally looking into sleep apnea, every single one of these changes is something you are fully capable of doing. You don't have to accept broken sleep as just part of getting older. It doesn't have to be your normal. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 reasons surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one and I love hearing from this community. If this video helped you, please give it a like.